We are in the first week of March, which means you know what's quickly approaching. March Madness! What is March Madness, you ask? Great question. You may have heard of it on TV, in commercials. What March Madness is a series of NCAA Division I college basketball games which determine who the national champion is. Confused? You shouldn't be. I'm going to break it down for you so easily. There are a lot of college basketball teams. I'm sure you have a favorite. Maybe the college you went to, your parents went to, your neighbor's sister went to. There's someone to root for, and everyone has a college team they like. So how do you narrow it down? Well, only 68 teams get to compete in March Madness. And these 68 teams are chosen by a selection committee. So this 10-person selection committee picks which teams actually get to play and compete in March Madness, and then they rank them as well. Now, in March Madness lingo, seeding is the same as ranking. They seed the teams, which means they rank them in order from 1 to 16, and they split them up into 4 different regions. So you're going to have 4 number 1 seeded teams, 4 number 2 seeded teams, all the way down to 4 number 16 seeded teams. And that's how we get brackets. Now, I know it's pretty crazy. There's only 10 people deciding all of this, but there's also some play-in games that can determine certain teams can play into the tournament and earn their spot. There's also conference tournaments that go on all the way before March Madness, but this 10-person team has a lot of power. But let's talk brackets, because that's what you probably do at work. You probably hear about it with your friends, the March Madness pool or the brackets. That's where the fun begins. All right, so this is what a bracket looks like. You may have seen them before. It is almost impossible to get a perfect bracket. It's 1 in 9.2 quintillion odds of getting a perfect bracket. That's why it's fun. There's no way, almost no way you're going to get it perfect, so you may as well have some fun and try it out for your first time maybe. Now, as you can see, they're all divided into different sections regionally. So the first seed plays the 16th seed, second seed plays the 15th seed, so on and so forth in the first round. Now, the winner of each game continues on to the next round, which is why we see that the brackets get smaller and smaller and smaller until you play down into a winner. Next question, how are the brackets ranked? How do you get points? Do you have to just pick the winner all out? What if you pick some right and some wrong? I'm here to fill you in. Stay tuned. So if you're just starting out, I would suggest using a well-known website for your bracket and scoring because it's pretty straightforward. So I would look at maybe CBS Sports, NCAA.com, Fox Sports, or even Yahoo. And how they rank and score is for every team you guessed to win correctly in the first round, you get 1 point. Then for every team that you guess correctly in the second round, you get 2 points. Next round, 4 points. The round after that, 8 points. The final 4, 16 points per correct team picked. And finally, you get 32 points if you correctly pick the champion. Now, ESPN also has a great bracket system. It's slightly different. They just add a 0 at the end of everything. So for every correct pick in the first round, you get 10 points. Every correct pick in the second round, 20 points, 40 points, 80 points, 160 points, and 320 points if you pick the winner. It's just one more 0, but it sounds very dramatic. Now I'll leave you with 3 last terms that I'm sure you've heard. The first is the Sweet 16. That just refers to the last 16 teams that are left in the tournament. Then, Sweet 16 turns into the Elite 8. Elite 8, last 8 teams standing. Then, there's the Final 4, which are the final 4 college teams remaining. Then, the championship game where they play to a champion. This is the same format with women's basketball as well. Hashtag me too. I feel like I'm going to get some crazy comments if I don't acknowledge that. But I'm going to be focusing my efforts and videos this month on the men's Division I NCAA basketball teams. See you in the next video.